The song that I've heard a few times hasn't been released to the public yet, but one I'm anticipating greatly. Alberta Calling.
Alberta's Calling.
Let's talk a bit about that.
Yeah, I had this riff in the in my back pocket for a while, and it was basically just I played it in my dobro, and I can actually play an electric, and I'll play a bit of it right now for you after I tell about the story. But the lyric is basically, I just thought about when I was a young guy, when I first started playing in the Cape Breton, and I left. I was on the road when I was 19. I was in a band called Squeeze Play, and we traveled everywhere and anywhere, and we'd go where no man would go, whoever would hire us. But I ended up in Alberta, and it was just kind of fate, and I just thought it was kind of ironic. Most people come to Alberta to work in the oil patch, and tradesmen and stuff like that, but I come out here, and it seems like my mission was to entertain those people. So that's the gist of that story. I mean, I originally started to write that story. I thought it'd be a good theme song for Alberta, because the chorus speaks of scenery of Alberta that we all fell in love with, and we're known for, but we're known for things other than just oil. Like the chorus, speaks of the mountains and the rivers and the gray owl and stuff like that, and stuff that we're known for as far as geographics go, and nature and stuff like that. So I tied that into the song, and then the song speaks of some roads in Alberta. Like one of the lyrics goes, she's in my blood, she's in my bones, from McMurray down to where the foothills roll. I took a pickup truck to the Cochrane Pass, and the distance lay that rocky mass. I drive down Highway 22 a lot when I go to the mountains, and if you remember old Highway 22, there's a point where you can, before Cochrane, a flat stretch outside Cremona, that you can actually see the horizon of mountains. So so to me it was a tribute to Alberta, definitely, but I guess it's more or less just figure out how I found a place, how I fit out here, so.
Kind of like finding your second home.
Yeah, well, it is. I mean, I've lived out here longer, literally longer than I my hometown of Cape Breton, Hawkesbury. So, but yeah, I've always said there's more than just oil in the ground out here. There's a lot of stuff out here, that kind of gets overshadowed by, Alberta's runs the Canadian economy. So. But I've done pretty well as a musician because of that. Because the bars always needed acts, and there was always work, because everybody's working, making money, and they're out there wanting entertainment. So full circle.
So you were mentioning that you want to show us some of Alberta Calling.
Yeah. Well, let me just
retune.
And by the way, I'm doing this all on electric today, right?
Yes.
Very special electric, by the way. Of course, I need a... So Alberta's Calling, Alberta Calling, I guess I call it. It's basically built around this riff. Yeah, well, I left the East Coast in an '85, headed out west just to stay alive. I wasn't drugged and all rigs are drilling deep. I was playing my guitar to earn my keep. Made a life in a boomtown band, playing the bars for the working man. They come down from the north on a weekend pass. Ooh, spend their money, raise their glass to where the wild rose grows in the big sky sun. The greyhound flies over rivers outrun through a snow-capped rocky mountain high. My heart starts falling when I hear Alberta call. Ooh, my heart starts falling hear Alberta call. Something like that.
Fantastic. You know, I can actually hear a bit of Mark Knopfler in the riff in there.
Oh yeah, he's all
Definitely
over.
hear the
I mean,
influence.
yeah, I mean, Knopfler was he's amazing at how he, you know, a lot of guitar players are really heavy on the pick, but Knopfler will bounce back and forth between the pick and his fingers, you know, like I'll get that round sound instead of doing this with the pick. It's very pointed, but Knopfler will he'll do this. He'll go back and go to his fingers, and he gets that really round tone, and you can pluck like a bass. Absolutely, man. I just think that guy's amazing. I mean, he's one of the best on the planet, if you ask me. That's Alberta Calling, and I you know that song was literally 15 years old. I just thought that, you know, why? But I think it's a good time now. I think it's just a cool little blues tune to have on a record. You know what I mean? And I know it'll appeal to certain people. You know, the story. Some people like that, you know, the storytelling blues, and it's got a bit of picking in there. And the way I got it recorded, I have it. It's almost got a. I wanted to have a native feel to it, like because I mean the native culture is so huge in Canada, but huge in Alberta, and I have some drones in the background that go, the Bee Gees singers that go, ooh, but it sounds like almost like a native calling with a djembe drum, just boom.
Wow.
You know what I mean? So yeah, so I think it'll be cool as far as the, you know, the color of the record and stuff like that. You know.
Absolutely.
Hopefully.
Oh, I think you'll have no trouble.
You never know, Derek.